The teen years, growing, learning, changing every day in a complex kaleidoscope world. Questing years, questioning years, years that form the foundation for a lifetime. Thousands of young men and women, especially those with a yen for the sky, have found some of the answers in the Royal Canadian Air Cadets Youth Opportunity Program. The core of the Air Cadet program is the weekly squadron parade that takes place during the school year. Dedicated officers and instructors give freely of their time, knowledge, and understanding. A new Air Cadet is measured for the uniform he will wear with pride. Grow quickly in cadets, but at this age, feet grow quicker.
Yeah, I need new boots. These are just too small.
In junior level, Air Cadets learn about drill, engines and aircraft, flying and navigating, and about the weather. They also get to choose from many activities like first aid, sports, band training, and mapping. There's lots to choose from, and learning together develops understanding and cooperative qualities.
Part from the National Committee, the Provincial Committee, and our local sponsoring committee. To explain more about the sponsoring committees, I've invited Mr. Vernon Grill, who's the treasurer of our local committee, to speak to you about it.
Good evening, cadets. It's nice to be here with you.
The cadets also find out about the history of the Air Cadet program and the tremendous support provided by the Canadian Forces through its unique partnership with the Air Cadet League of Canada. It's a cooperative effort involving the military and a host of volunteer civilian committees. Across Canada, service clubs, RCAF association wings, Legion branches, and community groups provide funds, direction, and the other support that makes the squadrons go. As their skill and knowledge increases, Air Cadets can qualify for advanced courses like flying or gliding, electronics, photography, and bush familiarization, along with the usual drill, physical fitness, and sports. All this hard work and dedication is rewarded. Each summer, a variety of reward activities are provided for Air Cadets. The most accessible of these is 2 weeks at summer camp. Held at Canadian Forces bases across the nation, about 1/4 of all cadets attend these unique camps each year, providing a taste of the Air Force life. Outfitting time once more. And as with any large organization, small, or in this case, large mistakes sometimes occur. While at camp, cadets have their own barracks, lounges, and canteen. But morning comes the same time for everybody, always too early. But not too early to eat.
Oh, wow. You got a piece to go with your work.
One of the most exciting events at summer camp is a cadet's first flight, a famille flight in a winch-launched glider. Being suddenly whisked into the sky at 30 feet a second is exciting. The rest of the ride is magnificent. cadets' first taste of the sky is a marvelous experience to remember and relive for a long, long time.
Ah bah ça donne un coup en partant, c'est fun.
Ça va faire un peu mon
Oui.
The summer camp training program is well balanced. All the elements, land, water, as well as air, are explored. Air cadets learn water safety and rescue techniques, how to maneuver and safely use a canoe, worthwhile skills that can add enjoyment for a lifetime.
Bon, il arrive, là. Il vient de s'avérer, OK?
Sports of all kinds happen throughout these 2 weeks. Some new, some not so new, but all fun. The Canadian Forces Base provides opportunities to explore all sorts of odd and unusual beasts, like this Hercules.
Yeah, I was talking to folks yesterday, so we got 16 Hercules, 9707, one these there.
What a thrill for these Air Cadets to meet an Air Sea rescue team and climb aboard a famous twin Huey helicopter. First, it was a taste of the sky, courtesy of the wind in the cockpit of a glider. Now it's time to get better acquainted with the world of flight aboard that oddly graceful workhorse of the air, the Otter. This is a familiar flight for all summer camp cadets. Summer camp days are packed with activities, but there's also time, usually in the evening, for thoughtful discussion and reflection, or to do your own thing.
Okay, there you go, guys.
There is time for other things too, like sharing a tin of boot polish with someone you like. During the summer, technically motivated senior cadets can take advanced training courses lasting a full 6 weeks. As well as teaching the more fundamental aspects of how an aircraft works, airframe and aero engine technical training leads to exciting opportunities like learning how to taxi a jet and how to signal to an aircraft on the ground. It gets even more exciting when you actually get to start up a jet.
By the wing over there, about 3 feet from the wing. Okay, right now. Okay. Now as soon as you give us the signal to start, you're over there.
Now we're going to go through a start. As an air engine technician, all we're going to be interested in are these 6 gauges here, and these here switches here as an air engine tech. Okay, up here on our left here we have the engine RPM in percent. Over here is our exhaust gas temperature. We don't exceed 900 degrees centigrade on start. If we do, we have to abort.
itself works exactly the same as the hydraulic system.
An Air Cadet can also learn mechanics and vehicle maintenance for more common land-based transport. Systems like air brakes, for instance, hydraulics and motor repair. Skills we wish we all had when a small sputter leads to a big bill. It's worth getting a little grease on you. And for the budding shutterbugs among these young people, photography is a popular course. But it seems that an Air Cadet can never get too far away from an aircraft. The 6-week course in athletic leadership trains cadets to promote physical fitness, one of the major aims of the Air Cadet program. Morse code is at first just a jumble of electronic dots and dits that can eventually open a whole new world of international communication.
Et en même temps, vous allez redresser les fils pour qu'ils puissent facilement être insérés dans les...
Learning electronics is fun, especially if you're building your own radio. And who knows, you might get hooked and become a real ham.
Et dès qu'on montera le volume, vous allez pouvoir entendre la voix de Alert, la base de Alert au pôle Nord.
Musicianship and band skills are also developed in special summer training courses.
Out loud. Bring it out. We want to hear you.
These sounds and moves will all come together one day on the parade ground. And so, 6 activity-packed weeks pass, punctuated by drill instruction and highlighted by the weekly inspection parade.
Bon, OK, messieurs, là. Messieurs et mesdemoiselles, on va voir la leçon aujourd'hui, là, c'est le...
For all Air Cadets, the lure of the sky is strong, and for some, the sky's the limit, through glider pilot scholarships. Each summer, about 300 cadets over 16 years of age who meet the qualifications take to the skies to become glider pilots.
Just before you want to touch.
Learning to be a pilot doesn't begin in the air. It begins with detailed instruction about aerodynamics, weather and wind patterns, aircraft capabilities, and much more. It includes close attention to the flight characteristics of the aircraft. Then, practice. Lots of practice. Finally, it's time. Time to solo. But now you're down to earth, and no matter how he fights it, he gets the traditional first solo finale from his friends. For over 270 Air Cadets, summer consists of a 6-week senior leaders course, sometimes described as a junior staff college. The course prepares cadets to take up future positions of responsibility with their squadrons and their communities. A demanding academic schedule designed to encourage the qualities of leadership and citizenship is rounded out by a competitive sports and outdoor program. The rewards for this tough 6 weeks are the knowledge that you've successfully completed a difficult assignment and the strong bonds of friendship and camaraderie that have developed between you and your fellow cadets from across Canada. Country on a ground search and survival course. For 2 weeks, Air Cadets experience the realities of life in a rugged northern wilderness, using only what they carry on their backs and what nature provides. They'll learn all the skills that make living in the bush possible and possibly enjoyable, from the right way to handle an axe to how to build a lean-to, fondly and sometimes not so fondly, called a poncho motel. Once during these 2 weeks, the cadets will try themselves against the confidence course, and win or lose, they'll gain something from the experience. Emergency rescues are simulated. Anything from providing aid for a downed pilot to searching for missing persons. Through northern rivers and rugged bush, these young Canadians rediscover skills used by the first native Canadians. By compass and map, they find their way in difficult and unknown terrain. But it's not all hard times and living off the land. A bit of civilization intrudes, enough to keep the cadets well-fed and happy. If only you can find someone willing to trade a peanut butter for a tuna fish.
I got light tuna. You see this? Light tuna?
No. Not me tuna.
You got a peanut butter too, eh? Yeah, I stayed with the red. Yes. What kind of match? Where do we eat?
And when night falls, voices rise in joy and satisfaction at facing the challenge and adventure well met. The course that is probably the most sought after by Air Cadets is the Power Flying Scholarship. And each year, about 250 cadets realize their dream. Instruction is provided by flying clubs and schools, and successful candidates receive a civilian pilot's license. Cadets must be at least 17 years old, pass the required tests, and be highly motivated toward flying. Flying lessons always begin on the ground, with extensive and intensive classroom training. A pilot must know his plane intimately. His life may depend on it. So knowing how to make a pre-flight check is a must. All systems are go, and now it's off into the wild blue yonder for some first-hand exhilarating experience. always a thrill for every pilot. Time to be alone with your machine and the gods of flight. Time to solo. The proudest badge Air Cadets can wear, their wings. Public acknowledgement of success as Air Cadet pilots. A moment to treasure for a lifetime. For a group of top cadets across Canada, the world is their reward. Through the International Air Cadet Exchange Visits program, cadets from around the world trade places for a few weeks each summer to learn more about each other and to promote understanding and international goodwill. To learn, to serve, to advance. The motto of the Royal Canadian Air Cadets. Tradition and progressive leadership. Canada's Air Cadet program provides knowledge, understanding, and direction for the youth of today. Air Cadets today, citizens and leaders of our country tomorrow.